the temple of speed and the home of Ferrari, Monza, the home of the Italian Grand Prix. This is Ferrari country after all, and even though Ferrari are not really in the championship hunt, they could certainly play a massive part to decide the title at the end of season 2. We are leading the championship after 4 consecutive wins. It could be 5 for Monza, and we're slowly starting to close in on Red Bull for the Constructors' Trophy. But it's most important as we start to get more upgrades towards the end of the season that we start to break away from the pack when it comes to upgrades and development, and also race pace. Race pace is a very crucial thing if we want to win the championship. It's time for the Italian Grand Prix.
It's race day here in Italy once again. Monza, home to so many records. The smallest winning margin, for example. Do you remember in 1971, Peter Gethin beat Ronnie Peterson to the line by 1/100th of a second. There were 40 overtakes for the lead alone in 1965, and Kimi Raikkonen clocked a record top speed of 230 miles per hour here, just over a decade ago. So there's a lot to live up to then for all of our drivers today. We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. Kimi Raikkonen's perfect lap yesterday sees him start from pole position, with Sebastian Vettel starting alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Thomas, Ricciardo, Sergio Perez, and Hamilton, Ocon, Bottas, Verstappen, and Carlos Sainz. Leclerc, Ericsson, Kevin Magnussen, and Grosjean, Alonso, Sirotkin, Pierre Gasly, and Brendan Hartley. Stroll, they've taken a grid penalty, and Stoffel Van Dorn completes.
You can run
Starting P3 behind both Scuderia Ferraris in Monza. The strategy is a one-stop, and it doesn't look like I can gain an advantage by extending or doing an undercut, so it looks like we will be pitting on the default lap, and we've got to put the fuel down, but I don't know if we can try and just get this race underway. Here we go, 5 red lights for the Italian Grand Prix. This could be a make or break race for the championship. It's lights out and away we go, and another wheel spinny start as Kimi Raikkonen gets underway from Sebastian Vettel. I think Vettel will have the inside line, but if we can go around the outside of Daniel Ricciardo, we do. So it's Kimi Raikkonen ahead of Sebastian Vettel. They're side by side as we head in towards the second chicane, and we're starting to lose them as we head in towards the second chicane, and it looks like Vettel has gone ahead of Kimi Raikkonen in towards the second chicane. So it's Vettel, Raikkonen, then us, and also Perez in the Force India. Force India have done a really good job with their engine, and starting to show as they were in P4 for the Italian Grand Prix. But let's see if we can catch the Ferrari. Lap 2, and looks like the Ferraris are keeping pace. Not just keeping pace, but also extending the gap. Well, here comes Perez. Hopefully he goes down the inside. Actually, no, he won't. We go a little bit wide there on the exit of the ship. Bit of a back end. We hit the wall there, and that's positions lost to Perez and Ricciardo, and now Hamilton. That was the worst possible thing that we could have done. As now we enter the final corner. I don't know all these names. I should know, but I don't. I think that's the Ascara, Tamburmello. I'm not really sure. As we're now going to overtake Lewis Hamilton, and hopefully we can overtake Daniel Ricciardo. Let's see if Ricciardo can hold up Perez. And we're going to dive down Daniel's inside in towards turn 1. Does he give us the room? No, he doesn't, just about. And it's just going to be a drag race between me and Daniel Ricciardo, the 2 championship contenders. And as Ricciardo is now slightly ahead, we're going to go around the outside in towards the chicane, the second chicane, and with the back end sliding, it's good. Lap 4, and Perez is starting to just open a gap. Let's see if we can just close in with DRS, and if we can just dive down the inside, we should get the move. Let's see who takes. I mean, the engine of the Force India is just so well, and I think lap 5, and there's a massive battle going on in towards the Ascari chicane. They're all holding each other up. Perez, Raikkonen and Vettel. I'm going to try and go around the outside of Vettel. I don't know if this is going to work. I'm going to have to wait for my turn. And let's see, side by side. So this is going to be a straight out drag race. It's going to be a line. A massive feat of slipstream. I don't know. Let's see what happens here. We're going to go around the outside. On the grass nearly. On the grass. Perez is now in the lead of the race. But I'm sure Vettel will fight him as Raikkonen is fighting us. Jesus Christ. Our traction isn't as good compared to the Ferraris and the Force India. I'm going to have to try and defend off Raikkonen in towards the second chicane. So we've overtaken Raikkonen, and here comes Perez. He's going to go down the inside. We're going to use the slipstream to our advantage. Go around the outside. There's millimetre gap in towards the first chicane. Vettel retakes the lead, or does he? There's Perez. Raikkonen is still involved, but Vettel is lucky for now as Perez is chasing him, and then we're chasing Perez. This is going to be one of those races where literally it's just a drag race. Here comes Perez around the outside. I think Vettel will go defensive. Can Perez get the move? He does. He does get the move. He's in first place. But the battle's not over. Vettel retains the lead. There's nothing we can do. We can try and just fight. But what can we do when the two are side by side? This is a great battle between Perez and Vettel. Perez and Vettel are nowhere near the championship, but they're having a great fight. Perez is retaking the lead. We can't go anywhere. Vettel pushes Perez out the way, and we're in second place. And now with DRS and just a much quicker engine, we're in the lead, but in towards the pits for our one and only stop, I hope. From the super softs to the medium tyres. So let's see what happens here. Mediums go on, and now we have to try and fight through the midfield. And we're going to be down in 14th, 13th I think, no, 17th, okay. So we've got a lot of positions to make up. Alright, Van Dorn and Stroll, oh, they just came into blows. These guys are really starting to hold me up here. So if we can just get slipstream and some assistance with our engine, we should easily blow past Stroll down the inside in towards Parabolica. Perfectly executed overtake. Time for Stoffel Van Dorn next. Alright, so this is the most crucial moment in the race. Vettel is behind me, and yep, that's it. So Perez, let's see, where is Perez? We've overtaken Bottas. Where's Perez? There's Perez. Oh, we've lost the position to Perez. That could be costly. Bit of an update as Ocon comes in. Looks like the Force India boys are going to go on the soft tyres for a 2-stop. Hopefully they make a second stop here. They're not making a second stop so far, but hopefully I'm wrong. But obviously their pace on fresh softs just absolutely obliterates our pace on mediums, even if we have the better car. There's just nothing we can do right now. They're just starting to extend the gap. Okay, so the one thing I didn't want to happen is starting to happen is Vettel has closed the gap massively. Can he find the gap around the outside? Yes, he does. He's got DRS assistance. We'll try and lock up there with the front right. Try to get the switch back. Nope. Vettel has regained second place. We have awful traction, and I don't know why. I don't know why, if it's with our upgrades, but we've got some catching up to do. 8 laps to go until the end of the race, or 9 laps maybe. But here we come with DRS and ERS and Slipstream, and we are in second place right now, and we've executed the chicane. Let's catch up to Perez.
There's only one lap of fuel remaining.
There is ultimately nothing we could have done to try and gain to Perez. I thought he was going to make a second stop, but he didn't. And Perez is going to win a race for the second time this series, and he sets the fastest lap. Wow. Perez sets the fastest lap. There it is. Perez wins the Italian Grand Prix, and we come home in second place. We extend our championship advantage.
Nice work. You did well
But
today.
I'm a little bit
I think the boss will be
disappointed
happy
since
with
we
that
were
one.
blown away by Perez.
See them on their way out to the podium now. Force India have really come a long, long way in this.
So for the second time in this career mode series, Perez actually wins a race, believe it or not, and that's really shocking. We had the pace over the Ferraris, but just with Perez, I thought Perez was on a two-stop, going from supers to softs, but that was the quickest strategy, and he was able to get his one-stop on the softs, and he was able to make it work. And it's just a shame. Look at that, 11 seconds our gap between us and Perez, but we retain the lead in the World Championship. Well, we extend our lead to Daniel Ricciardo, and yeah, hopefully we've overtaken, no, not yet, but we've closing the gap to Red Bull to 4 points. 4 points is the gap to Red Bull as we head in towards the next race. So hopefully in the next race we can overtake Red Bull in the constructors battle, but it's anyone's to win for the constructors. But we're slowly starting to gain away as Ricciardo finished 4th, Raikkonen and Sainz finished 6th after starting 10th, so not a bad performance by my teammate, but I'm going to need him in the next couple of races if I want to win the constructors, because hopefully I can get some good performances for the drivers, but the next couple of races are key for this series.